Have you ever thought about what goes into a bottle of honey? I'm sure we all have honey in our kitchen somewhere. More than 300 different kinds of the sweet stuff is produced every year.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Just to make 1 pound of honey, it takes about 60,000 bees and more than 2 million flowers. Hard to believe, but unfortunately, our honeybees are in trouble. But thankfully, joining us now here live in studio is Tabitha Mansker. She is the American Honey Princess and member of the American Beekeeping Federation. Welcome here to CT Style.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So this is cool. You're from Texas. You grew up as a beekeeper.
Yes.
So you kind of naturally came into this industry. What is it like growing up as a kid as a beekeeper?
Well, it was really fascinating growing up. I didn't know about it until I was 11. I'm the second youngest of, there's about 7 kids in our family, and so we all got involved in different things. And so my brother got started in the beekeeping industry and our whole family took off with it. So it's been really unique and being able to contribute to agriculture like this.
Right, so what is it about the bee that just fascinates you?
It's really, the bee ties all of agriculture together. So without honeybees, we won't have pollination, which provides food for not only animals, but for humans as well. So bees help to contribute to all of humanity, and I think that's very fascinating.
We were talking about this before the show, that it's great to eat local honey because it's supposed to sort of help your immune system a little bit?
Yes, it is said that local honey will help with your immune system. Again, always contact your doctor or physician on this subject, but it's because there's pollens in the honey that help with of course, pollens build up your immune system, and that's why taking local honey will help with it.
We're watching, I guess, what are folks doing right here? They're gathering the honey?
Right here they are. This is inside a hive. We're looking at the bees. They're actually working on putting honey into the cells. This is raw honey that you're seeing right now.
Have you ever been stung by a bee?
I have been stung.
A couple of times, I'm sure.
A couple of times. Yeah. Again, I've been beekeeping since I was 11. So, but bees only want to sting as their defense. And so they don't want to sting you because they do die afterwards. But they're willing to risk their lives for their hive and to protect the babies and the honey.
And the queen, too.
And the queen as well,
It's all about the honeybee, the queen bee. Now, there is sort of a stigma around bees sometimes. You know, when you're outside and you see a bunch of bees flying around, people get scared and freaked out. What advice do you have for people how to handle yourself? I mean, there's not many out right now, but as we approach summertime, we have to be aware of that.
Especially with children, they like to swat at. The best thing is to stay calm. The bee just likes the way you smell, maybe your perfume or the shampoo that you use in your hair. It's just going to sniff around, think you're a flower, and then it's going to buzz off. The main thing to do is stay calm.
All right, what's going on with the bees? They are in trouble, and we need to do something about this.
Yes, there's many different factors that tie into why we were seeing a loss in bees. But the main thing that you can do as the public is to really just make sure that they have some habitat. Bees need food, so plant flowers this springtime. Make sure that it's in your yards and communities.
Excellent. We also have some local honey here from Connecticut, right?
Yes.
Tell us about these 3 different brands of honey.
Okay, I'm sure y'all have noticed that there's different colors of honey.
Yes.
There's a lighter one on the end, and then it gets a little bit darker. These honeys are all made the same way. It's just a different floral source, and that's what determines the color or the flavor of honey.
Lots of health benefits to honey.
Yes.
Share some of those with us.
Okay, so not only is it great to build up your immune system, but it's also great for medicinal uses. Especially coming into spring, kids are going to be playing outside. Cuts or scrapes or burns, puts a little bit of honey on it.
I had not heard that.
Yes, okay, so honey is antibacterial, so if you put it on a wound, it helps to keep the bacteria away, also keeping it moist to let it heal smoothly.
A lot of folks take it for their sore throat or a cold.
Yes. When you take the honey, it actually coats your throat, and with its antibacterial properties, it causes your healing to mainly go a little bit faster.
And one other thing we have to mention, it also tastes pretty darn good. Over in the Bender kitchen today, we are actually going to be cooking with some of this local honey. So we will talk about more of the food aspect of that coming up here on the show.
And it's also great for skincare now.
Yes, it is, especially on chapped lips. It's great in lip balms, lotions, soaps. I've actually experimented a little bit, and here in Kentucky, I know you'll have several beeckeepers who...
Oh, here in Connecticut, yes.
Connecticut, I'm sorry.
She's
here
so
in
busy,
Connecticut.
she doesn't know where she is.
Everywhere.
She's like a headliner.
I just came from Kentucky, and now I'm in Connecticut.
Kentucky.
Yes, that's all right. We love Kentucky too.
It's all good. It's all good.
So you
here
were saying.
in Connecticut, and also as I travel around, I'm able to see how people are using it in skincare products, and it is just healthier for our bodies.
You're coming out with your own thing, you say?
Yes, our family just kind of works with it a little bit. So yes.
Nice. Tabitha, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here in Connecticut.
Yes,
thank you so much.
Us.
The Queen Bee over here. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, John.